Put my AirPod in. Thank you. Unhook my AirPod. Hold on one second. Let me take my because once I put my AirPod in, it was picking up on my computer as well. All right, let me know if that's better. Somebody said my audio is low. That's because I had my AirPod still connected and it's sitting right beside me. So let me know if the audio is better. Shout out to my TikTok people. Let me know, guys, if you had any questions on TikTok. I am trying to get you guys onto my medical assistant TikTok page versus my personal one. But anyway, let's see over here on YouTube. Hey, Betty. Let me know. Okay, she said it's clear now. Okay, thank you. Hey, Estrella, Taurus girl. Hey. Nas got next says, Miss K, I take my CMAA next Monday. Good luck to you, Nas got next. Just make sure, if you haven't already, make sure you download the test plan for the CMAA, right? Use it as a guide. Check off everything that you have already, that you already know. And then anything that you don't know, you're going to have to go back to the study material. And then when you guys go take your test, for anybody that's about to go take your test, make sure you flag your hard questions and come back to them later, so you don't have to worry about your time running out. So anything you have to spend time on and think about, you want to come back to those questions later, okay? All right, let's see. KKC says, I've been watching some videos. I have to retake my exam. Okay, so just anybody, KKC and anybody else who has to retake your exam, just make sure you look at your score report, so you'll know what areas you fell short in. When you look at your score report, you'll see, it'll say fell below the passing standard. It'll show you where you were above the passing standard. So just look at that and then just make sure you double down on studying those areas. Hey guys on TikTok, Tech, Rhea, Sterling, shout out to you guys for joining in on TikTok. So yeah, so KKC and anybody else, just the biggest thing is going to be looking at your detailed score report to see where you fell short when you took the test the first time, and then double down on studying those areas. And then they'll also show you the areas where you score very well in, right? You can kind of take a break from studying that material, just focus on the things you need to, double down on studying. Okay, let's see. Let me move this back some. I feel like I'm so close to my phone on YouTube and Facebook. All right, let's see. Oh, 380. Okay, you got close. You were 10 points off. Okay. Your detailed score report is going to show you exactly where you fell short. It's okay. Some people have to take it again. Some people don't. It just happens sometimes. You know, it's common to have to take it a couple different times. Samar, okay, so it's gonna be this Monday. Samar, good luck to you. Do you need anything reset? Let me know if you need anything reset, okay? Samar is enrolled in my MA refresher course. And just to remind you guys, my MA refresher course is an online study guide. I will put the link in the chat for you guys for anybody who needs an online study guide. So when I saw Samar's comment, it just reminded me to put that in the chat because Samar is enrolled in my MA refresher course. So Samar, if you need anything reset, of course, just let me know. Send me an email And then we can get that reset. But good luck to you. Hey, Angela on Facebook. Nas says, I'll take my next Monday, please. Oh, yeah. I just answered your question, Nas. Quatika says, hey, my first time here. Hey, Quatika, welcome. Welcome. Shout out to everybody that's here for the first time. Let me know if it's your first time here. Make sure you let me know on Facebook and YouTube as well as on TikTok. Love Jura says, I take my exam this upcoming Friday. Okay, July 24th. Been looking at all of your videos and also using the NHA study guide, questions and exams. Okay, make sure you download that test plan. So now that you've been watching my videos, you have the NHA study material. Download the CCMA test plan. You can get it for free. Just go to Google, look up free CCMA test plan, and everything you already know, just check it off. And then whatever you did not check off, because the goal is to have everything checked off. Whatever you don't have checked off, just go back to the study material to study it. Betty says, I'm interested in learning more. Are you in school, Betty? What is your, let me know what your status is. Are you in school for medical assistant, or you're thinking about it? As I see you say you're interested in learning more. So let me know, you're interested in learning more about what? Miss K, can we challenge the certification exam? Somebody asked this question when I was live before. And I know that is when I had Maya on, and Maya answered the question, but I don't know. I can't remember. I remember Maya did answer the question, but I can't remember what she said about challenging the exam. I'm guessing. So I will tell you guys this. So the national certification exams is not like other exams. Like, you don't have to necessarily challenge the exam. It's just about whether you qualify to take it. Now, you'll qualify if you have experience working in any capacity, doing some of the things that MAs do, then yeah, you can take it. So if that's what you mean by challenging the exam, then yeah, you can go register for the CCMA. And I just did a video recently on the like the requirements for taking each of the certifications. So if you take a look at that video, we literally looked at the requirements for taking each of the tests. So I think you probably, the one you probably qualify for is probably the CCMA. Congratulations, Sci-Fi. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said I passed. She said I okay. Okay, gotcha. Sorry about that, Sci-Fi. I thought you said I thought you meant I passed. She said I posed to say, okay. Gotcha. So same thing. Look at your detailed score report, Sci-Fi. Hey, Maya from Harlem, New York. Shout out to her. She says, hello, everyone. Shouting out from Harlem, New York. What's up, Maya? Nelly says, I've been an MA for 5 years already, and I just want to thank you for helping me pass. Oh, congratulations, Nelly. Oh, I remember saying your name, Nelly. I remember you. I remember saying your name before. Congratulations on passing. She said, I've been watching your videos, all helpful. Shout out, I always say, shout out to you guys that pass and you still around watching the video. Shout out to y'all. Y'all the real MVPs. KK, she says, I'm here for more practice. I took my exam one time and made a 380. Yeah. So I'm not doing any study practice tonight. Hopefully next week I'll be able to do some on both TikTok. And so I see a couple of people watching on TikTok. Do me a favor, guys, that's watching on TikTok. Let me know what your status is. Like, are you in school? Are you, let me know what your status is to the few people watching on TikTok. Nas says, you helped me understand. I got a 78 right out of 110. Practice test, I got to have at least 88 right. So for the practice test, it depends. Like, I do recommend having at least an 80 on a practice test before you take the test. You want even higher than that, but of course, at least, you want to at least see yourself getting 80 and above. And your goal should be to get a higher score on each practice test you take. So every time you take a practice test, you should be looking at your score, the report that it gives you, and then studying the areas where you fell short. So if you got a 78 and then you got an 88, that's good. You want to see it going up. For some people, you want to take that first practice test and you want to score super low. It is, that's common, but the goal is to see it going up. Hey, Nene on TikTok. Nene says, I'm taking up CMAA. Okay, I remember you from the other night, Nene. Shout out to Nene on TikTok for coming through again. Unless it's, I think it's the same. Is that the same? That's the same Nene, right? From the other night. Shout out to you, Nene. Love Jigger said I made a 97 on a practice test a while ago this evening. Awesome. That's really good. A 97. And listen, guys, let me tell you something. When you guys are taking your practice test, please do not be tempted to use any study materials, okay? When you are taking a practice test, that is your time to see exactly what you know and what you don't know and what you need to work on, okay? So do not use Google. Do not use any notes. Put your phone away. The best thing to do is to act like you're actually taking the test. Put everything away. Even set a timer, because you get 3 hours for the test. So, set a timer. Pretend that you're actually taking the test, especially for my people who have testing anxiety. If you create an atmosphere like you're taking a test, that's going to help with some of your testing anxiety. Don't use notes. Put everything away. Make sure you are, focused. Flag questions you need to come back to, just like you're going to do on a real test, right? Do that. I recommend you guys doing that. Hey, Clinical Confidence Lab on TikTok. Shout out to you. See, I love Maya. Maya is always going to get. Can I show this on the? See, I'm on my phone. I'm not really good with going live from StreamYard on my phone, but I just figured out how to put your comment on. Maya says it's 18 of us on here and 4 likes. Let's show Miss K some love and like this video. Shout out to you, Maya. Thank you. All right. I made an 88 in a practice test. Okay, I just read that one. I've been watching you way in New Orleans. Shout out to you now from New Orleans. I've been down there. I went to Baton Rouge and I went to New Orleans a few years ago. Yes, Clinical Confidence Lab on TikTok says, and eliminate the distractions. Listen, thank you for adding that. Absolutely. When you guys are creating that testing atmosphere, when you're doing your practice test, absolutely eliminate the distractions, because when you go and take your test, you're not going to be able to have any of that with you anyway. So I would even have somebody, listen, y'all might say I'm extra, but I think you should also have somebody even acting like they're the proctor. Hold you accountable. Make sure you don't have your phone. You can't get up and use the bathroom. You're going to go in there, close the door, and you're going to act like you're there taking the test. This, I'm telling you guys, especially for those of you who have testing anxiety. A lot of you guys chime in and you like, Miss K, I do good on my work, on my classwork, but when it comes to taking a test, I have anxiety. I'm telling you guys, when you create that atmosphere like you're actually taking a test, it's going to help you when it's time to go take it, because you've already created the atmosphere. You've already been able to, face your fear in a sense. Taurus says, this is my first time catching you live. I passed my exam last year for CCMA, but have not been able to get a job. Okay, so Taurus girl and anybody else that's having a hard time finding, okay, I'll come back to that. I see your comment on TikTok, Clinical Confidence. I'm going to come back to that in a second. But for anybody that's having a hard time looking for a job, I have multiple videos talking about that on the channel. So one of the things I will say, number one, look for recruiting agencies in your area. So recruiting agencies, staffing agencies for medical assistant, look for those in your area. Remember, they get paid to find you a job, right? So try to recruiting agencies, of course. And then you got, of course, like your Indeed and all of that, you got those websites. And then also the one that you guys don't like, when I tell you to print out copies of your resume, y'all complain. A lot of people complain about this one. When I tell you guys to print out copies of your resume, go around to these offices, to these private offices, and, find out if they're hiring, that's a way too. Also, make sure your resume is a professional resume. You guys know I have been promoting Jasmine. She's the MA specialist on TikTok. Make sure you check her out. I even have a resource for you guys, my resume, resume and what is it? The resume starter kit. It has a template for a resume and cover letter. All you have to do is just tweak it and make it your own, okay? I just put up a video earlier. So people on TikTok, if you're not following me on YouTube, make sure you check out my channel. I literally just put up a video earlier It's 10 interview questions. So some of the top interview questions they'll ask you, check that video out. Make sure you have a professional resume. And, you know, because for some people, it's their resume that's not getting them any calls back. For some people, they get the calls and they get the interview, but they're not getting the job. So you got to make sure you're covering everything, every aspect. And then, of course, you know, and I always say the right position will come along. For some people, it can take longer than others. I know it's frustrating, and trust me, I get it. I've been there, but I just want to make sure you're doing everything possible that you can, having that professional resume. You know, looking at videos like my interview tips. Now, the link to my resume starter kit is in that video. Okay. It's in the description of that video. So Taurus Girl, if you go to my channel, and anybody else who needs it, look at my most recent video that I just posted today. It's some top interview questions. Look in the description or the comment section and you'll see a link to my resume starter kit. I have a template for resume, cover letter, also template for the thank you letters you need to write back to the employers, okay? Let me go to TikTok really quickly because Confidence Lab posted a couple things over here. Thank you for sharing the live, Confidence Lab. Always answer the safest, best answer. Them questions are tricky. Some seem like no answers are right. This is absolutely right. Thank you. I'm saying she or he, I'm sorry, Clinical Confidence Lab. I'm not sure. But Clinical Confidence Lab on TikTok said sometimes you have to just answer the safest, best answer. And that's just real. For some questions, you will literally be guessing. You're going to see some stuff you probably never seen before. But this is why it's so important to study the content, because at least you'll be able to eliminate some things that you know is not right. And then sometimes you may have to choose the safest, best answer. Like she said, that is so true. Some of them seem all wrong. Choose the safest. I agree. Shout out to Maya, rating my TikTok as well. Maya is on my YouTube and she's also rating my TikTok as well. Thank you, Maya. For those of you that follow me on TikTok, make sure you're following me on my medical assistant TikTok, medical assistant with Miss K. Make sure you follow me over there. Not the one you're probably already following, because some of y'all are already following my personal TikTok, but I want to get you guys on the medical assistant one. Sally says, I honestly feel like MA school and tests were the easiest thing ever. Oh, wow. Don't stress, just study. I love it, Sally. Sally said, I feel like it was the easiest thing ever. I love it. Anybody else feel like that? Share that in the chat, guys. Anybody else feel like it was a breeze for you? I will tell you guys this. When I was in school, first of all, let me go back a little bit before MA school. When I tell you guys, I struggled all throughout school, elementary school, middle school, high school. I always struggled in school. The moment I went to school for medical assistant, it was like I was the top student in my class. Like I had never been a great student. And I don't know, it just clicked for me. So I could relate to that, Sally. I loved MA school. It just clicked for me. It was my thing. I had finally found my thing. And again, I struggled with school. I had ADHD. So it was like, I could not with school. I was just not a school person. But medical assistant, absolutely. Maya says, pound the pavement, going out to search. Absolutely. Going out to search for jobs still works and often will get you a response. Clinical Lab says, right on, Miss K. I featured you on my app. Not sure if you. Oh, I remember you reaching out to me via email. Oh, you know what? I need to check it out. I'm sorry, Clinical Lab. I get a lot of emails. I'll be honest with you guys. Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much, Jenny. I got to check it out. Can you do me a favor and email me the link again? Because I'm pretty sure it's lost in some other emails. But yes, I do remember you. So, shout out to Clinical Conference Lab. Make sure you check her out over on TikTok. So she reached out to me a little while later. She has an app. Is your app helping people pass certification? Jenny, let me know. But it's called Clinical Confidence Lab, guys. And she did reach out to me a while back, and she just wanted to make sure it was okay to feature some of my videos in the app. So check her out. Nene says it's so hard for me because I'm teaching myself. I get it. So Nene, anybody else that's in a self-paced course, you really have to lean into YouTube, okay? So you really have to, watch the videos, any skills that you're going to be, I don't know if you get any hands-on at all, Nene, but I always say before you go in person, watch the videos for the skills that you're going to be doing when you do go in person. If you don't go in person at all, again, still watching the videos, and then be honest when you go to externship or when you're applying for jobs, and be honest about the fact that you went to school online, but let them know you're very teachable, you know, and you're going to you know, let them know that you're very teachable and you're open to learn. And like I said, just be honest. I mentioned that in the video that I did earlier, the interview video. People, employers, hiring managers, they will work with you if you are teachable. So you can have all the skills in the world. You could be excellent hands-on. You could be excellent on paper. But if you're not teachable, if you're not honest and reliable, dependable, you know, there's nothing they can do with you. But if you're somebody who struggles with your skills, or maybe you didn't get any hands-on, but you're teachable, they value that more. Let me come back over to YouTube and Facebook. Hi, Miss Kevin, watched videos for 3 years. Congratulations on your CMAA and your CCMA. Oh, wow. Congratulations. Miss Cabin wanting to take the refresher course. I just put the link in the chat, Drea. Let me put it in there again because I see you joined after I put it in there. So I just put it in the chat. I don't know. I know Maya is my moderator. I don't know if Maya, I don't know if you're able to pin that comment from your end. Hopefully you can pin it. If you can, Maya, I don't know if you can pin that the link to the MA refresher course. Only if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. You may, I don't know if you're able to. Yeah, Drea baby. Okay, 387. And you were so close. That means you know a lot of the information. You just got to figure out where you fell short. But I just put the link in the chat for you. First time here, I test August 15th. Good luck to you. For everybody that's about to take your test, make sure you look at the study tips videos. I have so many videos on with study tips. Also, I have a checklist. So a study checklist is in the description of my videos as well. You help me understand. I got it. Oh yeah, I already read that. Okay. I'm a medical assistant without certification. So anybody that's working as a medical assistant without certification, you're going to still need it eventually. So I definitely recommend still taking it. Even if they hire you without it, still be working on it. And I want this. So I know, Nene, you got this. Listen, are you already following me on YouTube? Make sure you follow me on YouTube, Nene, if you're not already. That is where all of my clinical videos are. I'm new to TikTok with the medical assistant channel, so I don't have much on this page. But make sure you're following me on YouTube. I got vital sign videos, you know, phlebotomy and all of that, EKG. It's going to help you out. I get it. I understand you're doing self-paced. You're doing everything on your own. I get it. You just want to have to really just really depend on the videos, really. Also, you may consider my MA refresher course as well. I've had students tell me that they are taking online classes and they just been dependent on my MA refresher course because of the way I'm going into detail with everything. So you may want to think about that as well. Yeah, she said, okay, I'll email you to my new app, the Clinical Simulator. Okay, yeah, send it to me so I can share it with my audience because I definitely remember you, Jenny. Recently purposely did a lot of interviews and gathered a bunch of interview questions. I'll share awesome. You want to share it in the app? Make sure when you do share it in the app, let me know, and I'm going to share it to my audience anyway. I tell my students to listen to Miss K when they sleep. It'll sink into their subconscious. Mimi said I do, and I've been watching at work. All right, let's see. Drea says I finished NHA practice, test, and study guide, but I feel like it wasn't enough. Wow. Yeah, Drea, baby. I dropped the link. And I don't say this just because it's mine, but I can honestly tell you, Drea, baby, and anybody else, people that have been in my refresher course have been saying it's very helpful because I'm doing videos where I'm explaining everything. And then knowledge check questions, which are just open-ended questions for yourself. You don't have to turn those in. But then I have quizzes, and you can take them as many times as you want. You just got to email. I wish the platform just let you take it over as soon as you finish, but just send an email and your quizzes and your practice tests can be reset. But I've been having really great reviews from it, Drea. So try that out. I think that may be the missing link because it seemed like, you know, you got very close, 387. You finished all your practice tests, you finished the study guide, you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but it's just something missing. So try to refresh your course. If I have my RMA, should I get my CMAA? You don't have to. It's up to you. So that's an administrative test. Now, if you have your RMA, the administrative test to the RMA is not the CMAA. That would be the what is it over there in the RMA? I think it's CMAS. So, Lori, you're a registered medical assistant, so you already have an account with AMT. Just go on the AMT website and look at the administrative test, and you absolutely can take that test if you want to stock your credentials. I'm all about that, so I wouldn't go to the CMAA. I would just take the RMA, the AMT version of that, and that is the CMAS. Certified, is it CMAS, Certified Medical Administrative Specialist. Wasanelli says, hello, I've tuned in to so many of your lives and watching videos. I'm going through STEP. Well, awesome. I graduated yesterday. Congratulations. And set to take my exam 7/27. Thank you for your videos. You are so welcome. Congratulations on graduating. Wow. And you taking your test on 7/27. So I done gave tips already on the video. So make sure you guys look at my study tips playlist. What is CCMA? CCMA is Certified Clinical Medical Assistant, Betty. If you want more information on it, I do have videos on that on the channel. So if you look up Miss K, what is CCMA, it'll come up. Yes, Dre says it's hard to get a job without certification. Yeah, most places now they want you to be certified. Some places will hire you without it, and then they give you a certain amount of time to get it. But some places they absolutely want you certified. So, Drea baby, in the meantime, you can still apply. I would still apply to jobs. In the meantime, just try to get that certification. But I definitely wouldn't not apply. And this goes for anybody. If you're not certified yet, but you're done with school, you can go ahead and apply. Some places, like I said, will give you time. Some places may say, you need to be certified when we hire you. But either way, just try. Jovial Dignity says, good night. I've watched the videos and they're definitely worth every second. Successfully completed my EKG phlebotomy and congratulations. Oh, you know what, y'all? I didn't use my MA Study Source on TikTok. That is another resource, guys. So listen, you got MA Study Source on TikTok. You got Clinical Confidence Lab. So many resources over there on TikTok, guys. Make sure you check that page out too. So Jovial, let me see. Y'all, I have not been, I'm on my phone this time. Let me see if I can, give you guys, let me see. Y'all know I'm usually live on my, computer, but I'm on TikTok on my computer. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see. Did it do it? Did it do the applause? There we go. Shout out to everybody who has just graduated, who has just finished, they just passed their certification. Oh, it won't allow you to pin. Dang it. Okay. So shout out to you guys. Somebody said, should I buy the refresher course, then watch the videos you created? Yes. So if you guys get the refresher course, just go do that first and then watch the videos. I'm sorry, Greedy. I'm just now, hopefully you're still on here. I'm just now seeing your question, but somebody said, Greedy said, should I get the refresher course and then watch the videos that I create? Absolutely, yes. And anybody else that's wondering, if you have study material, whether you have my study material or you have the study material from the organization you're testing through, go through the study material first. My videos should be after you've already gone through your study material. So when you're watching my videos, it should be more of you testing yourself, right? To see what you know. And then, of course, you may come across some things you didn't know and you want to add that to your notes. But I would not do both at the same time because you're going to get overwhelmed. Go through your study material first, guys, and then watch the videos. Now, some of you guys are only using the videos as your study material. And I understand some people cannot buy the study materials. I understand that. Some of you are only using it. So if that's the case, that's different. But if you have study material, go through that first and then the videos. Let me see. You guys are really leaving questions and stuff on here tonight. I didn't expect so many people on a Friday night. Inmate Study Source on TikTok says, I send my students to your YouTube. Thanks for all you do. You are so welcome. Thank you. Thank you for sending your students there. Trinidad says, I passed my CCMA. Thank you. You are so welcome. Congratulations. You have a video on how to keep up with your certification. So yes, I did a video on how to keep up with your CEUs, but all you do, honestly, Trinidad, is just make sure you're paying that fee every 2 years to keep it, and then doing your CEUs in between. So you have the CCMA, so that means you still have your NHA login. So all you have to do is you can go to the CEUs, that you'll see it on the left side of the screen, continuing education. There's paid ones and there's free. Make sure you do the free ones. You don't have to pay. You can do the free ones. You watch a video, answer some questions, and then you get 2 credits per quiz that you take. And you just have to do that. So you need 10 credits altogether. Each of those quizzes, after you watch the video, they're worth 2 credits. So you just watch 5 different videos. And don't be like me and wait till last minute. I'm always last minute. I'm gonna tell you guys, the only reason why I'm always last minute is because I'm doing so many different things. I'm literally all over the place. Don't be like me. About 6 months, you want to get a coupon code. Look out for those coupon codes. Take advantage of your discount. For the people who have multiple certifications, you get a discount you get a discount on one of your, actually on both certifications, the more you have. So look out for those coupon codes and don't wait till the last minute. All right, let me just answer a couple more. I'm going to go ahead and end TikTok really quickly because I'm not getting any more questions over here. Let me end TikTok. Hold on, guys. And then I'm going to focus on YouTube and Facebook. How do I end the TikTok live? Okay, end live. And now, okay, all right, let me just focus on YouTube and Facebook. Love Jigger says, label, yeah, all multiple choice. You may have to label something, but even that is going to be multiple choice. They may show you a picture, a diagram or something, but even that is going to be multiple choice. Jovi says, although the NHA practice test did not help me in the CCMA test, I used a little knowledge I gained from your videos to answer my questions. Awesome. My medical assistant exam was all scenario based. Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Jovi. And I mentioned that on the channel too. Sometimes some of the questions are easy. There's literally scenario questions. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, Jessica. I'm a 2-year medical assistant graduate. I still watch your stuff. Yes, I love it. Shout out to you, Jessica. Still watch your stuff to keep up to date. I'm now in my RN clinicals and I'm watching you. Wow. Congrats on your clinicals too. Wow. Thank you, Jessica. She said, truly, you should have a school. I think I'm going to make my MA refresher course, get that accredited. So that way, at least I'll have something because I don't know about a school. Thank you. Tanya says, I keep getting 75 and 78, 79. So if you're taking your practice test, guys, and you're getting the same score, you got to study in between. Nobody should be taking their practice test and then taking another one without studying in between. You look at your report, your score, see where you fell short, study those areas again, then you take another one. Nobody should take a test without studying the areas where you scored the lowest in that previous practice test. Orleans. Oh, she said our teacher recommended. Thank you, Nas. I'm trying to get through the rest of these, y'all. Stop asking questions. No more. Let me get through these and then I'm gonna get off here. Made a 90 this evening. Take the first. Wow, you made a 96 on a baseline? Wow. Studying with you made it a breeze. Awesome, Jessica. Okay, y'all. It won't. The refresher course is great. I use it and it helped me pass. Thank you for sharing that, Jessica. She's talking about my MA refresher course. And I'm going to link one more time for you guys. When I tell you guys, when I created that refresher course, I literally used the test plan from the test, okay? I used the test plan from the CCMA, the RMA, and the CMA, AMA to make sure I was covering everything. So it goes over everything you need to know. I know that's right. I know that's right, Maya. Maya said I'm over here on Facebook too. Maya is funny. Maya said I'm over here on Facebook too. Maya, you are hilarious. Maya is on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. I love it, Maya. Thank you. Ross said sounds like an echo. That's because the space that I'm in. Sorry about that. I'm in this area downstairs in my house, and it's like a, you know how when you recently move into a house and you don't have a lot of stuff, everything echoes. So if you hear echo, I'm sorry, it's probably that. All right, y'all. Let me see. All right, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, that's it. That's everything. All right, guys, do me a favor. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already. If you're not already subscribed to me on YouTube, make sure you do that. I'm on TikTok as well. Same name, Medical Assistant with Miss K. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers over there so I can start sharing my links in my bio. Right now, I cannot share clickable links, but once I get to 1,000 followers on TikTok, I can do that. Check out the video. For those of you watching me on Facebook, I did a video on YouTube earlier where I gave some common interview questions. So make sure you go check that video out. I did 10 interview questions and I gave you ways to answer those questions. I also shared the resume starter kit that I have where they have templates, cover letters, and all of that in there for you. And I'm explaining how to use them. Okay. So that's over there on YouTube. It's called what did I name it? 10 medical assistant questions and answers. Check that out, especially those of you who recently finished school and you are looking for a job. These are questions that I'm pretty sure that they're going to ask you, and I'm helping you answer them correctly. Okay. And then that I mentioned that the study guide, I put that in the chat. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. Congratulations, Amber. Yes, Amber, congrats. I got to show on the stage because Amber been around a while. You've been around. I've been seeing you a lot lately, Amber. So I am happy to know that you passed. Congratulations. When I see you guys that have been like, because some names I just recognize from being on here, and Amber is one of them. So I'm very happy for you, Amber. Congratulations. And congratulations to everybody else who's passed. Good luck to everybody who is about to take your test. I'll see you guys. Maybe I'll go live again this weekend. Maybe not. We'll see. I don't have much planned besides putting some more stuff together in my house. So we'll see. Y'all take care.